Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a magic review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here today. We're gonna do another review for TCC. TCC is killing it. They're killing it lately. They sent me a large box of stuff, full of stuff. And so much so that we're gonna do 2 reviews today. So watch this and then stick around, because I got another review coming up right after it. What is this? This is the Roentgen envelope. Roentgen envelope, designed by Chen and TCC Magic. This is $35, and it's a peak envelope. It is a peak envelope. That's what it is, all right? But it's a peak envelope that's examinable. The spectator can even put the billet in the envelope. They can hold it, they can see it from both sides. They can hold it up to the light. You cannot see through it. You will get no X-ray specs. You will get no special contact lenses. You will learn how to read the card on the inside of the envelope. You're gonna feel just like Superman. You're gonna be able to stare at this envelope and nobody else can see what you're looking at, and you're gonna see something mysteriously that reveals what's inside. It's nuts. It's nuts. All right, so you pay $35 to TCC. What are you gonna get? Of course, as with all TCC products, everything's gonna come inside of this matte black envelope that says Roentgen envelope, manufactured by Chen. Inside that, everything's gonna come inside of this black envelope, but I'm gonna use this for something else, because you literally do not need this for the trick. Then you're gonna get these 2 goldenrod envelopes. This is the interior envelope, this is the exterior envelope. So sort of like the film canister trick, where you could tell the spectator what side die was facing up, right? You used to drop the die and it would be facing up either on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And then you take that canister and you'd nest it inside of another canister. Remember that? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that, but done with these opaque envelopes. And literally, you cannot, I don't know why mine has a smudge. Literally, you cannot see through them. You cannot. You will not see through them. Now, you can stick the billet, the spectator. The spectator can stick their billet inside of this, and then this goes inside of this, and the spectator can do all of it. Or you could just, throw out that one envelope if you're fine with just, things going into here. But if you were to say, well, what else is inside? There's nothing inside. Nothing inside of these. It's 2 goldenrod envelopes. In addition to that, you will also get 6 billets. 6 completely blank on both sides billets. And here's the thing. These are the secret. These billets are the secret, which means you are gonna draw the items on here that you wish to force. Now you could just do the numbers 1 through 6, sides of a die 1 through 6. You could use objects that represent 1 through 6. You could do ESP symbols. You could do playing cards. Anything you want to write down on here. But the code for this is the numbers 1 through 6, and that is what you will see. So if spectator picks the card that represents 3, and again, there's nothing on here, but if they pick this, let's say this is the wavy lines, right? They pick wavy lines, it goes into the envelope. When you stare at the envelope, you will see something that tells you the number 3. Of course, you're not going to see something that says wavy lines, because they have no idea what you're going to write on here. But you will see something that tells you this is the number 3 card, which means these are the only 6 cards you get. So you're going to do this trick, you're going to do it once, and that's going to be your trick for life, unless you buy a second set of envelopes, because you cannot recreate these cards. These are one and done. You're going to write on these your numbers 1 through 6. They're going to be the thing that you take with you everywhere you go. But if you wanted a second set to do a different trick or to have different images, you would need to buy a second effect. And you don't have to worry about the spectator seeing what you're looking at. Even if they were staring directly at what you were looking at, they wouldn't see what you were looking at. And if they did, they wouldn't even know what it was. They would have no idea. It would just look like part of the trick. But at that point, you're just going to take the envelope back from them, get a fast glimpse, and put it down. And really, you can get your glimpse at any time. You can even get your glimpse after it's in both envelopes. So in an envelope, you can get your glimpse then. You don't have to rush it. You can literally get it anytime you want. And no, you're not seeing through the envelope. You're not actually seeing the wavy lines or the star. You're not seeing that. You're seeing something that's embedded into the card that shows up that you are able to see visually, that is a telltale sign of what number this is. It's crazy brilliant. I have never, ever seen anything like this. Not used in magic. I haven't seen anything like this. So pretty cool little peek device. So not what I thought at all. Well made out of paper, right? It's gonna feel like a real envelope. It's gonna feel like real billets. How's the video? The video's 8 minutes long. It's probably shot and filmed in a different language, and then they used AI to do the voiceover, which is fine, but you know, it's a little obvious. 8 minutes long, again, TCC, not a lot of time. They're just gonna rush through showing you how to read the cards. And to be honest, I had to watch that part twice. So, and both times with cards at hand, because I didn't fully, the angle that they're showing you on the screen isn't perfect. It probably would have been cooler if they had had a picture on screen, like, this is the symbol you're looking for. Like, just show me the symbol. Or give me even a piece of paper that just had the 1 through 6 symbols on it and said 1 equals, 2 equals, 3 equals, 4 equals. That would have been helpful, even. So make your own crib. You know, while you're watching the trailer, make your own crib so that you don't have to go back and watch the video again. Once you have the crib, you don't ever need to watch the video again, because all they're doing is showing you how to use the envelopes. That's it. Like other TCC tricks, this isn't really sold with anything extra. There's no extra ideas. They don't really even give you a lot of ideas as to what to put on the cards. They show you one sample, and then I think the trailer has ESP cards, but that's it. And that's what I would probably do. I would probably do ESP symbols, because that is what I naturally associate with the numbers 1 through 6. And you could make 6 whatever. You want to make 6 the moon, or, you know, anything else, the sun, right? I suppose you could do that. But yeah, it wouldn't, or you could just throw 6 out. You don't need 6. You could throw 6 out. You don't need it. Just do 1 through 5. Yeah. Yeah, so there's no tricks taught. So positives, highly creative. It's an easy, fast peek. A little bit of a learning curve, but completely undetectable. Fully examinable props. Awesome. Negatives, it's $35 for one trick, right? And you can't use other billets. So you have to use the billets provided. Once you write on them, it's over with, which is fine. If you want to do ESP tricks, and this is ESP, and this is what you want to do, great. Or you can create your own ESP style trick, right? Yeah, anything you want. You know, make one. You can just draw pictures of things, right? If you want to do candy canes, there's 1 candy cane, 2 candy canes, 3 candy canes. Do it as a Christmas trick, right? Or disguise the numbers. Just disguise them. Make a word association where the words mean something to you. Like 1 equals gun, 2 equals shoe, 3 equals tree, right? 4 equals door. You could do it like that. Draw pictures, and then they slide the door in there, and then you see a 4, and you just associate 4 with door. Okay? There, I just gave you a bonus. I just gave you a bonus. Right there. Yeah, that's it. 35 bucks. TCC magic. Thanks to TCC for allowing me to have this so I could do the review for you. Stick around. Got one more review I want to show you. Bye. Hey everybody, before you go, I got one more thing to tell you about. One more thing to show you, because I know your time is valuable. So is mine, right? And rather than just give you one video, one review, and that's it, let me give you two. Let me give you two. I'll come back to this. I'll talk about it some more. But while we're here, while we're talking, let's cover one more base. This is the EDC holder from TCC Magic. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, it's something that holds your EDCs, like holds cards, holds coins, holds packet tricks. No. Think of this as more of a Swiss Army knife. It's a Swiss Army knife for magicians. You can carry it on a clip, so it can rest on your pocket or your belt loop, right? And it's multi-tool, so it has a little side, and then another side, and then another side, and then another side. It does 4 things. What does it do? Well, first, it's a flash paper load. You can quickly access flash paper for visual vanishes or dramatic productions. It just pops right out, like out of a little dispenser. Think of it as a tissue box that expels flash paper. It also does the same thing for double-sided tape. So one side discreetly applies tape to your finger or your cards for very clean vanishes and reveals. It also dispenses invisible thread. Now you'll never be without it. You can retrieve a strand instantly wherever you are. And lastly, it also includes a blister effect, which means you can reveal a symbol or a prediction as a blister on your skin for a powerful finale. That's right, it does all 4 of those things, okay? Doesn't do any magic in and of itself. You're gonna get a tutorial that walks you through how to load all those various compartments, right? And what you'll need. But for 28 bucks, you get a little, let's call it a magic Swiss Army knife that clips onto your belt loop, right? You could conceal it underneath your jacket pocket. So when you're out there performing in the real world and you're thinking, oh, that flash paper didn't work, or I think doing something funny with flash paper right now would be funny, or even a spectator says, well, can you make fire up here? Now you can. You just tuck down, pull off a little sheet of flash paper, ball it up, go over to their dinner candle, and poof, right? Same thing with double-sided tape. If you realize that the card on the bottom isn't the one that has the sticky stuff on it, or the card on the top is missing its sticky stuff, or the tack, you want to make something disappear, anything the spectator hands you, you instantly apply a little piece of double stick tape, stick it under their cup or their dinner plate or the bottom of your shoe, and it's gone. And same thing with IT. How many times have you had IT break? Now you have a little tiny dispenser that'll shoot out a little thread you need whenever, and it has a blister effect as well. So a fun little EDC that does 4 things. I just wanted to tell you about it. 28 bucks. Of course, I'll circle back to this again, and we'll do a full review for it later, but why not give you 2 reviews in one? All right?